At the time we're filming this video, it is late August 2022. And do you know what that means?
I don't.
That means that Cedar Point Halloweekends is just a few short weeks away. You might be asking, what is Cedar Point Halloweekends?
Mm-hmm.
Just basically their Halloween event?
Yeah, it's basically their Halloween event during Halloween time where they have monsters jumping out of you, scary stuff, mist, lots of fun.
Haunted houses,
Haunted
all
houses.
sorts of great stuff. It's one of my favorite times a year.
Yeah.
Probably would be my most favorite if it wasn't for the fact that they're not open all week, and we'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that winter's right around the corner.
Yeah.
That means that they're closing for the season soon after that, or right after that.
Yeah.
So that's no good. But as far as Halloweekends itself, I love it. It's such a great time.
Mm-hmm. So basically what this video is to help you plan your next Cedar Point Halloweekends trip.
Okay, we're going to get into all the basics, and it doesn't get any more basic than the dates and times. Cedar Point Halloweekends runs from Thursday, September 15th through Sunday, October 30th. They're only open Thursday through Sunday. The times that they're open are Thursdays from 6 p.m. till midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Fridays and Saturdays, they're open from 11 a.m. until midnight. And then Sundays, they're open from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. Now keep in mind, early entry for all pass holders, early entry is 1 hour before all those times. Early entry exists all through Halloweekends, including Thursdays. There's no time that Cedar Point is open where they don't have early entry. Out of those 4 days, they're open 3 days during the daytime. And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And during those times, they have a thing called Trick or Treat Fall Fest.
Mm-hmm, they do. And it's basically, if you have younger kids who don't want to go through all the haunted houses and all that, they can still enjoy the Halloween experience by going to the Fall Fest, which is, they basically have trick or treat stations, kids can dress up.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just like Halloweekends, but for smaller kids.
Little mazes and music.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. In 2020, whenever they couldn't do the actual Halloweekends, they invented Fall Fest. And we still went and still had fun, and it was still a good time. And then they just, in 2021 last year, they said, hey, we're going to continue on with Fall Fest during the day. Okay, so Fall Fest is during the day. Then once the sun starts to go down, the scary stuff comes out. Now that scary stuff consists of 5 indoor haunted houses, 3 outdoor kind of walk-through haunted houses, and then random parts throughout the park, like Frontier Trail is the main one, where you don't actually have to wait in line or anything.
Yeah, you don't wait in line for anything. You just walk through.
For the walkthroughs.
Yeah.
You just walk. You're just walking from point A to point B, and there'll be actors
along the way. So yeah, you don't actually have to wait in line. You just walk.
Now the haunted houses, the indoors, you have to wait in line, and the walkthroughs, you have to wait in line.
Yeah.
We're talking about the scare zones, as they're called.
Yeah, walkthroughs are like a certain area that you wait in line.
Now, because they have these walkthroughs that are just out in the general area throughout the park, because of this, they think of people that have young kids or maybe old kids that get kind of scared. They have a thing called no-boo necklaces. No-boo necklaces are like a glowing skull or something, like it's got bones and skull.
Yeah, and you wear it, and it basically lets the actors know not to scare you. So if you just want to walk from point A to point B, say you're on Frontier Trail, you don't want people to scare you. You wear one of these necklaces, they glow up, and they'll know not to jump out at you or any of that.
Now these are for sale. They're not free. They're $15, and you can get them at, I'm not really sure exactly. I assume all the
they have
general
signs.
stores.
Yeah,
they'll have
signs telling you. It's pretty easy to find.
Kind of like how they have signs outside of some stores that say fast lane here and that.
Yeah.
Now the 5 haunted houses are Hexed, Eerie Estate, Freak Show, Slaughterhouse, and Deprivation. And the 3 outdoor walkthrough are Cutthroat Cove, Blood on the Bayou,
and Cornstalkers.
And Cornstalkers Part 2. Now, just like with rides, some of these are more popular than others. The 2 most popular indoor and then outdoor attractions.
Yeah, the ones that you wait in line are Cornstalkers and Freak Show. Those get humongous lines. You're going to be waiting an hour minimum for both of those. And yeah, so
those are those are very long lines at any given time.
Yeah, so get there right when they open, like right when the haunted houses and walkthrough, all that, when they open, get there.
Okay. If you watched another video of ours not too long ago, I forget which video it was, but we had a light wand that we use. We have a couple lights and a light wand that comes directly on us. It burned out on us, or it didn't burn out, but the battery died on us, and it just did. So that's why the color just changed a little bit. So
now we're dark.
Now on the flip side of the two most busy houses or whatever, attractions, yeah, that's the right word for it. They have two that are what we find the least busy. The outdoor one would be Cutthroat Cove.
Yeah, Cutthroat Cove. You go under Maverick, and I don't think we've ever waited in line for that. They just funnel people through. I don't really think they really put people in groups.
No.
They just funnel everyone through, and you're never waiting in line for that.
Yeah, that one you can get right through there. And then the indoor one, I think this one doesn't get a long line because it's back hidden. Yeah. It's back, like, kind of nestled in Steel Vengeance. It's Deprivation.
Yeah, it's hidden. A lot of people don't know about it. Now, it can get a decently sized line, but it will be a lot shorter than any of the other scare attractions.
Now, you might say, okay, I'm going for these haunted houses, and you're telling me that Cornstalkers and Freak Show are huge lines, and then Erie Estate and Hex, and all these places can get long lines.
Yeah, they all can.
I want to skip these long lines. Can I use Fastlane for these attractions?
No, you cannot use Fastlane for those attractions. They're only for rides and coasters and all that.
Yeah, but
Cedar
Point is not missing out on a chance to make money.
No way.
No sirree, Bob. They created not Fastlane, but Fright Lane.
Fright Lane is basically just Fastlane, but for haunted houses and outdoor maze attractions. Works the same, just for that stuff.
Yeah, so you have the skip the line area. You have your own separate line. You go through, and I will say that we've never gone it before.
No, we haven't.
We've never gone the Fright Lane. So when we're waiting in line and we see the Fright Lane line, it's always really short.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter. So if you get that, how much is it?
It differs by day.
Okay.
I think it's just like Fastlane. So I think it's as low as $50 is what they're advertising.
So yeah, it's
expensive. and that's on top of the ticket that you paid to get in, or on top of like the pass that you already have.
Or another Fastlane if you get a regular Fastlane.
If you get a regular Fastlane.
So yeah, it can't. Yeah, it's expensive, but just know that you will get through every haunted house and all that immediately.
Multiple times too. So
yeah, definitely.
I would recommend this if you're coming to Halloweekends once.
Yeah.
And you want to get through every house.
Yeah, maybe you don't live in the area and you're not going to get to Cedar Point or Halloweekends in a long time. So
and you want to get on every ride. You want to get on you want to get through every haunted attraction.
Cedar Point is big, and there's a lot of stuff. So yeah.
Fright Lane would be worth it. But next, we'll throw in a little tip for you guys. Last year was the first year they opened Halloweekends on Thursdays. Before that, it was just Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. How we said that Thursdays are 6 p.m. until midnight.
Yeah.
And Fridays are 11 a.m. until midnight. It used to be Fridays were 6 p.m. till midnight. And then Saturdays would open up. And so you really only had 2.5 days. Now you have 3.5 days. And we love it because here's a little tip for you. We went almost every Thursday last year.
Yeah, because it is dead. There is never anybody in the park. Now, of course, that's relative to Cedar Point.
Yeah.
But
so things can still get lines, but it's not as bad.
Relative to Cedar Point, it's, there's
rides will get almost no lines. Haunted houses, Freak Show and Cornstalkers can still get a bit of a line. And some of the haunts can still get some lines a little bit, but not nearly as bad as like a Saturday.
No.
And so that's the other tip. Saturdays,
don't go.
Don't go.
Just don't. don't even look at Cedar Point.
Yeah, just go somewhere else.
If you're planning on going
to a movie.
Yeah, go to a movie. If you're planning on going to Cedar Point Halloweekends on a Saturday, don't. Even if that's the only day you can go, don't. Just don't go at all, because you'll get on nothing, because it is so busy. Things will have the longest lines you've ever seen.
Saturday Halloweekends are the only days in recent memory that I can remember Cedar Point actually selling out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cedar Point's capacity, they don't really announce this, but Cedar Point's capacity is around 50 to 60,000 people in the park. And an average day, there's probably 21,000 people in the park. So that shows you how under capacity they are on an average day.
A lot more people in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gone.
They fit all those people in on Saturdays for Halloweekends.
Yeah, and sometimes people were getting turned away at one point because there were so many people. It's crazy.
Well, that's what I was saying, that they got actually sold out, and people were turned away on the causeway and stuff. Cops were out there turning people around.
It's crazy.
So it's not something that you want to do.
No.
Unless you get there really early for early entry, get in there.
And then leave
and
right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not worth it. Go on a Thursday or any other day.
Thursday, Friday. Now, Sundays, not every haunted attraction will be open. And that's our next thing that we're getting to. We're going to talk about when do these things open? What time do these scare zones and haunted houses and all that
because they don't open along with the regular park. They open at their own times.
So the scare zones that we talked about, that you actually just walk from point A to point B in the park, and they're just scattered throughout the park.
Right.
Those people start coming out, like the actors start coming out, basically when it gets dark.
Yeah, so whenever, if you see the sun going down and it's dark, that's when
that stuff starts. But now, the rest of this is information that was relevant last year. I assume they didn't change it because everything else is the same with Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. Everything else is the same. So we're assuming that this information is still the same. Now, in a week or two, whenever they come out with all the schedules and that, and they say, haunted houses are open at like 1 hour earlier or later, don't kill us.
No.
Don't go in the comments saying, you guys were wrong, you guys were lying, or anything like that.
We're not.
We're going off of last year's, 2021 schedule.
And we're pretty sure that this is correct.
Okay, so Thursdays, the day that they open late, that they're open at 6 p.m., you have an 8 p.m. start. That's about when it usually gets dark, so that's whenever the indoor haunted houses and the outdoor attractions start to open on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Now, Fridays and Saturdays, they open at 11 a.m., so they open the indoor haunted houses a little bit earlier. Anything that's outdoors, they have to wait until it gets dark.
Yeah, so that's when it's good.
Yeah. So, but the indoor ones start at 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and then on Sundays, they open at 5 p.m. Now, plan accordingly for this. So if you get there on a Thursday, that means that if you get there right when they open at 6 p.m., say you don't have early entry, you get there at 6 p.m., you have 2 hours to just go and ride roller coasters before haunted houses start to open up.
Yeah.
And Fridays and Saturdays, it starts a little bit earlier, 6 p.m. So you can get in there, and now you might think, okay, Thursdays they didn't open till 8, but no, Fridays, Saturdays, 6 p.m. So if there's a house that you really wanted to get into, say Freak Show, and you know it gets a long line, so on Fridays and Saturdays, opens at 6, go and get in line early, before 6.
Definitely.
Or Corn Stalkers or something, get there early.
Yeah, get there immediately when it opens, or before it opens and wait in line.
Now, how we mentioned to go on Thursdays instead of, definitely instead of Fridays.
Yeah.
But how we said Thursdays are dead. Now, keep in mind that not everything is open on Thursdays as far as rides go. I seem to remember last year, Gemini was closed on Thursdays.
Yeah.
What they do is they have limited operations,
So
like we said. So yeah, Gemini, I know for sure
that's not open on Thursdays.
not open. At least it wasn't open last year on Thursday. So I assume
it will be the same this year. Yeah.
And I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that was for sure closed.
Rougarou?
Maybe Rougarou.
I feel like Rougarou was too. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe Rougarou. But as far as Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Millennium, like the top rides, Gatekeeper, Valraven,
That's all going to be open.
those will be open. And then Blue Streak will definitely be open because one of our favorite things is Blue Streak turns to
Boo Streak.
Boo Streak. And Ocean Motion becomes Ocean Potion.
And how they change it is they just change the sign.
Yeah, they just change the sign. Nothing else changes. But it's a lot of fun. The whole thing is very festive.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend it. Very, very fun.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about going but weren't sure about everything and weren't sure about dates and times, I hope this video helped.
Yeah. And one more thing. Even if you don't want to do all the Halloweekend stuff, like you don't want to be scared and all that, still recommend it because since the park is open so late, you can get some really good night rides. So if you're into that, this is definitely the time to do it.
Night ride, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
We're filling this video up with tips and tricks, which we didn't even expect. Night rides.
Yeah, night rides.
Open until midnight.
Yeah.
And they get dark at 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, night rides. Don't miss out on night rides, especially like Steel Vengeance.
Oh my God, that's one of the best parts. That you can get a great night ride, and one of my favorite night rides at Halloweekends is Maverick.
Yes.
Because how he said earlier that Cutthroat Cove goes like under Maverick.
All the mist that comes up from Cutthroat Cove goes on the track of Maverick, and if you're sitting in the front row, you're going through all this mist and all these lights. So much fun. I highly recommend Maverick front row at night during Halloweekends when Cutthroat Cove is going. So much fun.
Excellent time. So that's about it. I think we covered everything. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, which we look at the little part of our analytics on our channel that says what percentage of people are watching that are subscribed versus unsubscribed.
And a lot of people are not
it's
subscribed.
Like 85% of our watchers are not subscribed.
So
what is going on?
So you're watching this video right now and you're either not subscribed or not subscribing. That's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, that's not good because we have so much good stuff coming out. How we said this video is about Halloweekends. We're going to be doing an opening day vlog at Halloweekends.
Yes.
So in case you're going at a later time, you can subscribe, and then once that vlog comes out,
and then you can see what it's like for yourself. Or
you can see what we went through, and you can see exact footage of it. So definitely subscribe. Definitely do all that stuff that if you watched any of our other videos, we always say to do.
Just subscribe.
Comment,
just press a little button.
Yeah, it's not that hard, and it's free.
It is free. It doesn't cost anything.
It doesn't cost you anything, so I mean, it's a no-brainer. Do it. And what else to do is go check out some of our other videos on this channel.
We have other good videos.
Yeah.
And sometimes our light or one of our lights doesn't die.
Yeah, sometimes we have the same exposure through the entire shot, which is very excellent. So that's it. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your Halloweekends and scary stuff.